Part 2, Simplification of Ratios. You will find this on page 178 in the Namibian Mathematics Grade 8 textbook, Y equals mx plus c to success. Simplification of ratios. In its simplest form, a ratio is normally written using whole numbers only, with no units. In order for the units to cancel out, a ratio must first be written using the same units. If the units are different, they should be converted to the same units. Let's look at an example. Simplify the following. Now, 1 to a quarter. We don't want fractions. We don't want decimals. So, if there's a vulgar fraction, express all the numbers as vulgar fractions. So put this, take the 1 and put it over 1. Now, make the denominators the same. So I times 4 and I times 4. And then I can cancel out the denominators, and I'll show you in this example why. So my final answer will just be 4 to 1. Okay, let's look at this one. Now this is mixed numbers. So step 1 will be to change it to improper fractions. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1. That will be 7 over 3. This is 4 plus 3, 7 over 4. So make the denominators the same. So times 4 times 4 times 3 times 3. And I'm getting this. Now I want to show you why this cancel out. Now, can you remember in the introduction that I said you can also write a ratio as a fraction? Okay, and this is what I'm going to do. So basically, this you can write as a fraction. So it's over 12 over 21 over 12. Okay, so it's a fraction over a fraction. Now, if you think back of fractions, you will remember that if we have division of fractions, we can make it a multiplication sum by finding the reciprocal. And what will be the reciprocal? 12 over 21. So look what's happening now. This cancel out. There's a multiplication sign. And I'm ending up with 28 over 21. So if I end with this, I can take it back to this form, and that will be 28 double point 12. And can you see why it cancel out? So basically, if I make it a fraction, make it a multiplication, find the reciprocal, then this two will cancel out. You do not have to show this. I just showed you so that you understand why it's cancelling out. Then I'm ending up with 28 over 21, but it can still simplify further. So I basically just divide this side by 7, and then I divide this side also by 7, and then I get 4 and I get 3. So my final answer will be 4 to 3. Okay, let's just clean before we go to the next one. Okay, number C. Now, here's a decimal. There's 2 decimal places, but there's 3 decimal places. So I must concentrate on the one with the most decimal places, this one. So I must multiply with 1,000 to get rid of that 3 decimal places. So if I multiply one side with 1,000, I must also multiply the other side with 1,000. So basically, I'm ending up with 550 and 121. And now I must start cancelling out. So I divide by 11 and I divide by 11, and my final answer will be 50 to 11. You can use your ABC. You can press 550 ABC 121. Just remember that it's going to give you a mixed number. So if I press on my calculator 550 ABC 121, it's going to give me 4 and 6 over 11. But then just press shift or second function and press again the ABC, and then it will give you the 50 to 11. So you can use a calculator for that step. Okay. I want you to stop the video and I want you to do A, B, C. And as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay. Let's start. Try now to number A. Now, if I look at number A, there's a fraction. So I must get rid of that fraction. How do I do that? I first make everything fractions. Then I make the denominators the same. So I times 3 and I times 3. So I'm basically getting 3 over 3 to 1 over 3. And then remember, if they are the same, I cancel them out. So my final answer will be 3 to 1. Okay. And if I look at number B, this will be 2 and a quarter and 5 and 5 over 8. Again, make it mixed numbers. So 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1. So that will be 9 over 4. This is 40 plus 5. So it's 45 over 8. Then make your denominators the same. Times 2. Times 2. So I'm going to get 18 over 8. 45 over 8. So I cancel my denominators. I get 18 to 45, and now I can simplify. So remember, what you can do is you can divide by 9 on one side and divide by 9. But you can press your ABC also. But if I go and I divide by 9 and I divide by 9, then I'm getting 2 to 5. And that will be my final answer. Okay, let's look at number C. Now, I just want to get... So, here is number C. So, this will be 8.4 to 0.189. So, basically, check the decimal places. 1 and there's 3. So, focus on the 3. I must multiply at least with 1,000 to get rid of all the decimal places with this 3 1. So basically, I'm getting 8400 to 189. And now I start simplifying. Now, this can divide by 21 and 21, but you can press your calculator. You can press 8400 ABC 189 equals, and then just remember it's going to be a mixed number. Press Shift ABC. And your final answer will be 400 to 9. But that was basically, I was just dividing by 21 and divide by 21. Or divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 7, divide by 7. Until you come to, let's just make sure you, let me just clean this one. It's not so clear. So the final answer will be 400 to 9. Okay, let's look at the next example. Example 3. Now in example 3, you will see that your units are different. So express the ratios in their simplest form. This is meters, this is centimeters. This is minutes, this is hours. This is kilogram, this is gram. Now can you still remember your tables? I will show you in this one the tables. But basically, I must just make my units the same. And then I do exactly the same. I divide, whatever I divide by this side, I divide by this side the same. And I get 20 to 1. And then make your units the same. Cancel the units. Divide 10, and I get 1 to 24. Make your units the same. And then cancel your units. Divide 140, divide 140. But remember, you can use your ABC on your calculator. And you will get 20 to 1. Okay. I want you to do for me triangle 3, number A, B, and C. Stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Try now 3. Let's start with number A. Now, if it's dollar, this is easy. This is Namibian dollar, 1.45, and this was 29 cents. Okay, so basically, I just make this cents by multiplying with 100. Remember, as soon as I multiply here with 100, then I'm going to get 145 cent to 29 cent. And now my units will cancel out. So basically, I'm having 145 to 29. And this can simplify. Again, as I said, you can use your you can say 145. Is it divide by 29? So basically 29 can divide on both sides, but you can press 145 ABC 29 and your calculator will say 5, but remember it's 5 to 1. So basically it can divide by 29, and it can divide by 29. So your answer will be 5 to 1. Okay, let's look at number B. Now it's again, and I will show you the table here. So it's 6.6 meters to 880 millimeters. Now I always write down my tables. It's so easy to do it if you just write down the tables. So it's kilometers, meters, centimeters, millimeters. Okay, I have 1 0, 2 zeros, 3 zeros. And when I go to this side, I times. And when I work back, I divide. So basically, I must go from meters to millimeters. So look here, I must go from meters to millimeters. So I must multiply 100, multiply 10. Can you see? Let me just circle it. Multiply 100, multiply 10. So I'm just going to go here to make this. Okay, let's just write it here. So it's 880. No. We want to take the other one. We want to take the meter. So it's 6.6. It's multiply 100, multiply with 10. And if you do that, you're going to get 6600. This is going to be millimeters to 880 millimeters. And what I wanted the units to cancel out. So basically, I have 6600 to 880. And if I simplify this, I'm going to get 15 to 2. You can again use your calculator to just see with what did I divide on both sides. Oh, I divide a lot of numbers, but at the end, it was actually divide by 440 divide by 440. But you can first say divide 10, and then you can start dividing by 2 and 2. Just whatever you do on one side, you just divide on the other side. But you can use your ABC, it will help you. And then the final one, this will be number C. This is 4.5 liters, and it's to 18,000 milliliters. Okay, now remember, liters, I just wanted to have other color, liters to milliliters. There is exactly 1,000 between them. Again, multiply, coming back, divide. So take the liters to milliliters by multiplying with 1,000. And if you multiply with 1,000, you are going to get 4,500 milliliter to 18,000 milliliters. And what I wanted to do, I wanted the units to cancel out. So basically, it will now be 4,500 to 18,123. And then again, I start dividing, but it's this one exactly. So my final answer will be 1, 2, 4. So basically, this one can divide by 4,500. This one can also divide by 4,500. But press it on your calculator. Press 4,500, ABC 18000, and your calculator will give you that ratio.